Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to episode 165 of Folks Talking Sports. I'm KG Chris Gardner of the Houston Round Ball Review. Joining me is Kanitra Pulliams, all world lady. KP, how are you doing?
I'm good, thanks, Chris.
And
Flattered.
and Willie Gibson, he's not least, he's just last. Brother Gibson, how are you, sir?
Fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Let's go ahead and talk about the news you shared moments ago that was confirmed as Willie keeps
Okay.
popping in on the Wi-Fi for some reason. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe because it's snowing in where is it? Columbus, Will? Where are you?
Yeah, that's the trick though. So it'll be 51 on Wednesday. So
Yeah, it'll be 40 tomorrow in Houston and Tuesday in Houston, then 80 in the morning, Monday and
yeah,
Tuesday, and then 60 in the morning on the rest of the week. But you mentioned to me that Lenny Wilkens has passed.
yeah. Cavs legend, Hall of Famer, 88 years old. I heard it right before we came on air, and I hear stuff, and it's like, oh, okay. And then I heard it again, legitimate. Well, not to say the first time wasn't legitimate, but I confirmed it. And 88 years old, Lenny Wilkens has passed.
Yeah, rest peacefully to him. It was the Seattle Times posted it. Then I saw Mark Stein repost or retweet or whatever you do on Musk. But yeah, Lenny Wilkens made his 3 score and 10 plus 18. So, he
Yep.
made 4 score and 8.
Yep.
So he lived a life well lived for sure to him. But condolences to his many friends and family. He impacted a lot of people. Will, do you have any Lenny Wilkens story you can share? Want to share?
Yeah, not. I mean, he was the coach of the Cavs during my youth, the mid to late '80s, early '90s. He was the head coach of the Cavs, the Ron Harper, Brad Daugherty, Mark Price Cavaliers, Larry Nance Senior Cavaliers. I got to make that differentiation now. The Larry Nance Senior Cavaliers, and phenomenal coach. I mean, phenomenal man. More so than anything. He's definitely, like you said, a life well lived, and he will be missed.
KP, you have anything to share about Lenny Wilkens passing? Lenny Wilkens as the player, the person, the coach?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, just to be able to be the reverence and the respect that he earned and received in the Naismith Hall of Fame as a player and a coach. I mean, just impact is the word.
And good evening to Miss Wanda Polk, first commenter, viewer as well, as you're watching on YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitch, and Facebook on the personal page and the Houston Round Ball Review page. And while we're at it, we're not yet on TikTok. Lady and gentleman, my colleagues, we might have to be on TikTok. Case in point, again, Queen Wanda Polk, this is for you as well, and anyone watching on the platforms. I posted the same clip of Houston Cougar freshman big man Chris Sinak Jr. He had 13 rebounds Saturday in Houston's win over Towson. I asked him a question. His answer is brief. The whole thing like 25 seconds. My question, his answer. Same clip on YouTube. I posted it on YouTube and on TikTok and Instagram. Let me see. As of we're doing this, the views on TikTok, I don't think they equal the 3 of us. Okay, you, me, KP, and Miss Wanda. Okay, on YouTube. On TikTok, 1,488. The same clip, the same hashtags, everything. YouTube says, yeah, okay, well, you're only going to get a handful of views. But TikTok says, yeah, we're going to give you almost 1,500 in the same amount of time. Similarly, I posted a comment from freshman Kingston Flemings. 18,000 on TikTok. Not quite 100 on YouTube. I wasn't born yesterday. So, I mean, I see who might be buttering my bread soon. And it might be TikTok. Okay. Especially when it comes to the Coogs and generational things and all that. Hey, 1,000 versus 4, 18,000 versus 100. Will, you went to the Ohio State. KP went to Texas. Math is math. So if the math equals dollars and cents, we're going to be doing some TikTok shows, people. So I'm just letting y'all know. So, but anyhow, just wanted to toss that out there. The Cougs did win. Oh, and I'm not going to play the clip, but KP and Will. Kelvin Sampson, head coach Kelvin Sampson, used, and he did a rarity in his now 12th year at Houston. He brought along with him to the post-game press conference 2 freshmen, Kingston Flemings and Chris Sinak last night. Kingston scored a game high 20 points. Chris, of course, had the 13 rebounds. In describing Chris's game, he only made 1 of 8 shots. But right now, I know from really direct people, the staff, they want Chris to focus on rebounding and defense. So he's doing that, rebounding, double digits, going back to exhibition games, and now the 2 games that count. Kelvin Sampson, Coach Sampson says, hey, once his offense comes around, he's going to be nice. He said nice, Will, like the kids do. Right. Going to be nice. Coach Sampson said that, used that word, nice. Said it a couple times and looked over to Kingston and said, is that right, Kingston? Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. So maybe Coach Sampson has discovered the fountain of youth with his incoming freshman class that is talented, highly ranked, and he's evolving with the times. KP, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, to have been around as many places as Coach Sampson has been, to earn as many wins, he has to adapt. I'm not saying change who he is, but, you have to be able to relate to those you are in charge of leading. Whether that's language, whether that's social media, because if you lose a locker room, you've lost the season.
Great point. He's now at career number 801 wins in his college coaching career. So maybe he's adapting. Maybe he's not going to change who he is, his coaching style. He's going to be a taskmaster and hold his players accountable. Doesn't care about the stars in the recruiting trail, any of that. It's going to make them earn their time and minutes on the floor. But to hear him say it, first things first, I said it last night on Let's Rage Coogs. To see 2 freshmen come join him in the press conference, I was shocked. At most, in the 12 years I've covered him, he's brought in 1 freshman. To see 2 of them come in blew me away. And then to hear him use the vernacular nice in a way and use it correctly and not ask, did I use it right? None of that stuff. I was like, Coach Samp is being, do we say hip anymore, Will? KP, do we say hip? Cool? What? We say that, right? I don't know. Spending my time at the high school now, all last week on the field trip, all I saw and all I heard was 6'7", 6'7", 6.
I know it.
Mm-hmm. But when next time, Chris, that you talk to Coach Sampson, will you ask him, has his policy changed about who he brings to post-game press conferences? Is this a one-off? Is this a non-conference thing? Is this those who've earned the right to talk to the media, or you just take it for what it is?
I might ask him in a one-on-one conversation, because he did say during the press conference that he brought the two of them in because he wanted to tell them, to the media, how proud he is of them and for assuming a big role on this year's team out of necessity. You know, the team lost the players that they lost to graduation. It's a younger team. Rarely does he start two freshmen. Has he started two freshmen in his UH coaching time? One at the most, typically. So he wanted to let them know publicly how proud he was of how they're handling things. And he even went a step further, Will and KP. Chris missed his first 7 shots, made his last one, so he finished 1 for 8. And Coach Sampson told us, he told the team in the locker room, that he thought the best player, best Coug in the game Saturday afternoon, was Chris, because of how he rebounded, how he responded, didn't let it faze him, kept playing, didn't, pout about missing shots, still played defense, still got the rebounds. And his basket that he made was in the last minute or so of the game. It was a pro move, KP and Will.
Mm-hmm.
And Coach Sampson said, Coach is not really one to speak in hyperbole. He said he's not sure how many freshmen he's coached in his time that would have, after missing all their shots prior, take and look so smooth on a jumper like Chris did at the end of the game for his 1 bucket.
Mm-hmm.
So even the viewers who watched the Let's Rage Coug Saturday, they were like, wow, is this the same Coach Sampson we've seen for 11 years? What is this? So we'll see.
But I mean, that's also like part of the mental aspect of coaching.
Yes.
Like, you have to encourage these players, especially the young ones, to where they know that not to be defined by their scoring or by their offense, not allow their offense to dictate their impact of the game and to their teammates. Because if they pout, it's contagious. But if you hustle and you get 50-50 balls and you go after rebounding, that's about want to. That's about will. You can stand there and watch the ball come to you, or you can go get it. And then second chance opportunities from rebounding, or if you hit the defensive glass, you limit the other team and their offense, and you could, start transitions, start fast breaks, get your team's offense going. So everybody's going to have an off shooting night.
Sure.
But there's other ways you can be a winner.
And Will, you want to add to what KP just said?
I agree. I'm just thinking, going back to the earlier question, why he brought the freshmen. And you're in the building more than I am. Is this are these potential one and dones? And perhaps
Chris is, yes.
Chris, okay. That's just. Maybe it's changing with the times, so to speak, in all facets.
Sure.
Bringing a freshman, perhaps that's getting him used to what he'll see potentially next year, or he won't be around next year. So let's get. I don't know, but to get to that point, yes, I do agree with what KP said.
And Coach, he did similar with Jarris Walker. Jarris is 1 year at Houston. But Jarris did not come to speak to the media all the time either. And he was a freshman. He was one. We all knew he was gone. He was 1 year at Houston. He was gone pro. And he still hasn't really done a great deal with the Pacers yet. A lot of minutes, nothing like that. But we all knew he was gone. Similar with Chris. Chris is a one and done, projected anywhere from like 6 to 12 in the first round of the NBA draft. So no doubt, young fella, you that high up, you're going to go. No one's going to be mad at you for doing that. Not at all. Mm-hmm. Kingston Flemings, on the other hand, has already said to the media that he's coming back. because
What's
one of the
today?
reasons that's where I'm going. He
Yeah.
surprised, but because he surprised us this about 3 weeks ago that he was coming back. He puts together more 20-point games like he did Saturday afternoon. He'll be a first round pick too. And if that's the case, he should go too. So, but he said the right things, to us right now. And that's fine. I don't think anyone would begrudge him. I've told kids for 25, 30 years doing the Houston Round Bar Review. If you're going to get a first round pick, you're guaranteed money, go get that money. If getting a degree is important to you, you can go back and get a degree.
But you can also control the narrative.
So, and of course.
By saying I'm coming back, that squashes the media asking him, because if he puts it out there that, look here, I'm on borrowed time. I'm not even unpacking my suitcase because come April. So like, if you just tamp down all of that, then it gives a perception, whether real or not, that you were all in for the time that you were wearing that uniform.
But will it stop the questions though?
I mean, I think it will.
Not for me.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
But I mean,
not for me.
but like you give the perception that you're selfish if you declare in November, I'm one and done.
Well, let me ask this: what was the context? Was he asked,
No,
or was he just voluntarily
he
saying?
he brought it up himself.
See, there it is.
Yeah, it was on, but it wasn't part of the conversation.
Right.
We had asked. He was asked about reasons why he chose UH, and he said during his answer, he enjoys being coached hard. He enjoys the tough love from the staff, getting better every day. He knows he has to get better every day. He knows he has to work harder, get stronger, all those things. And then he said, and as he continued talking, it's the main reason why I'm going to come back, because I want to be pushed harder, become a better player. And when he said it, I was like, he said that on his own. Now, 30 minutes prior, Coach Sampson told us there was a good chance that Kingston would be back. And even that was a surprise, because to me, I'm like, well, if Kingston's the first round pick, he's gone. I've already told myself that. So when Coach has told us probably a little bit more than previous years, always after the fact, he tells, like the end of the season, he always tells us, I know who's coming back in April, like an end of team, meeting kind of thing. I know who's coming back and I know who's gone. Mm-hmm. Well, he said that stuff in October this time. And I'm like, okay, Coach, thank you for the information. I'm surprised you're saying all this kind of stuff early now. But again, if Kingston is projected to be a first round pick in the 26th draft, he's going. He should go. Now, there's a chance, based on the makeup of next year's roster, Kingston, if he decides to come back, he could be the leader of the team based on who they're signing and bringing in, because they're losing a lot of upperclassmen. And even if they will sign some guys from the G League, high school seniors, hit the transfer portal, they'll be bringing in new players. So Kingston will be one of the returners. He could be the leader of the team, Ms. Wanda. So I thought about that Thursday. I was like, wow, who's going to be the leader of the next year's team based on the returning players? And it might be Kingston if he comes back. The best, he was 8 for 10 Saturday. He ran the floor well, ran the offense well. He could be a freshman, have one great game and stink the next 3 weeks, as a lot of freshmen do. But I'm looking forward to the rest of the season. They got a good opponent on Wednesday against Oakland out of Michigan. Oakland gave Purdue fits a few days ago. Yeah. Game was tied at halftime, and they gave Purdue trouble.
Late second half.
Yes. So it won't be difficult for Coach Sam to tell any of his players, guys, they almost beat Purdue. Okay, at Purdue. So don't worry about what people outside of this locker room are telling you about who is Oakland and who is why y'all playing these soft people and all that kind of stuff. Forget all that. We know who Oakland is, and we have to be on our A game to beat them. So let's get ready. Let's lock in and get this win on Wednesday. But anyhow, okay, Mr. Gibson,
Mm-hmm.
the Browns,
Mm-hmm.
KP. I'm going to ask Will, who started for the Browns, the quarterback today?
Dylan Gabriel.
Did the Browns win?
No, they did not.
When will Shedeur start?
Well, next week.
Next week.
Ask me who's starting next week. You got to ask who's starting next week for the Browns.
Who's going to start for the Browns next week?
Dylan Gabriel. I was being real because I say that on lines of what you just said with Kingston. Kevin Stefanski was asked post game, "Is he sticking with Gabriel?" And he said, "Yes, we're sticking with Dylan Gabriel." At home next week versus the Baltimore Ravens at 2-7. So,
okay. Well, there we go with that. Ask and answer.
To bring up Drew Rosenhaus. Next question. Yeah, he. I mean, after that, they do go to Las Vegas. Does Shedeur get to start on the road in Vegas? That will be appropriate in more ways than one. But then they come home for games against the 49ers and the Titans. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see. 2-7. It's getting late early. And, we'll see what happens. It was a bad game. It was bad. It was bad. The defense, I think the defense is going to – there's a point in time that this defense is going to just say, you know what? It's not I didn't come this far to come this far, and I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Yeah.
Because they held Justin Fields to 54 yards passing. He didn't have positive yards passing until the fourth quarter.
Wow.
And he ended with 54 yards passing. I think the total offensive output for the Jets today was 159 yards total. And they lost 27-20. I mean, and they lost 27-20. It's kind of deceiving because on back-to-back possessions, there was a kickoff return for a touchdown and a punt return for a touchdown by the New York Jets today. Back-to-back.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's rare.
Mm-hmm.
KP.
But Dylan Gabriel started.
Unfortunately.
I mean, Dylan Gabriel's quarterback rating higher than Justin Fields.
I mean, it wasn't. Well,
I mean, neither were stellar, but
yeah. So we'll see.
KP, do you have a chance to watch Kansas and North Carolina on Friday?
Part of it. I was watching volleyball at the same time.
What part did you see?
I saw I saw basically first 15 minutes, and then the last 5.
So you saw the first half? Okay, so you didn't see that Tar Heels offense apparently just heat up in the second half.
I read about it.
Yep. Have you heard from any of your folks in Kansas? Their thoughts on it?
No, I mean, it's just, Kansas is young. As we said before, the only player on that team who logged any minutes last year was Flory Badunga. And he started off well, and then he just faltered. And as Bill Self said, our bigs have to play big. And North Carolina just had length, and, KU needs to assist or provide some help to Darren Peterson. You know, as spectacular of a freshman as he is, like he can't be the whole team.
Yeah,
Kid
he
from
can't
Akron.
carry the load by himself.
Yeah.
We're gonna say Will.
No, I said the kid from Akron, Darren Peterson.
Yeah. But Carolina has a good freshman as well. A lot of talented freshmen in men's basketball. Koa Pete,
Boozer.
AJ, Debonsa. I've been saying it his last name wrong all this time until I heard it on the broadcast. Debonsa. What are your thoughts on the TNT? The job they're doing with college basketball.
Doesn't move my needle.
Why not?
I just, I guess because it's new and I forget to look there for college basketball. Same way I forget to look there for college football.
That's fair. Will, have you had a chance to tune in to TNT yet for college
No,
basketball?
I haven't tuned in. I did see a couple clips. And honestly, the only clip I saw is when Shaq walked on their set. Other than that, like KP, I don't think TNT college basketball. So, no.
Oh, that's fair. I'm not a big on pre-games or post-game shows, whatever. I know the people that got involved on both of those, but it's going to take a while for folks to get used to TNT having college basketball games. Big 12 and Big East men's hoops will be on TNT. Some Big East women's games will be on there as well. KP, not Big 12 women's basketball, TNT, but Big East women's basketball, because UConn. I understand that to a point, but still, Commissioner your mark, doubling down on Big 12 women's who's getting more linear exposure, and there's not on whatever. Anyhow, but anywho, for the conferences, the Big 12 and the Big East, it's nice. Now it's up to the fans to start watching to have good ratings to watch the games. And TNT Sports needs to. They confused me. They announced in their press release Thursday was the start of Big 12 on TNT. Now, mind you, the season opening doubleheader on Monday featured Arizona versus Florida in Vegas and BYU versus Villanova in Vegas, part of the doubleheader for the Hall of Fame, whatever, tip-off, whatever it was called. So that's two Big 12 teams involved in that doubleheader. But the press release said, join us for Thursday as we tip off Big 12 hoops on TNT. And the game was TCU versus St. Francis. Arizona versus Florida. BYU, Villanova. Two top freshmen. Two Big 12 teams.
Defending national champions.
But you don't. I'm like, who put together this press release? I mean, come on. Do y'all not know who's playing in your season, your tip off to the season? And both of them very good games too. I watched, recorded. I was watching the Arizona Florida game while Houston was beating Lehigh. So I was watching on my phone, and then I recorded BYU Nova and watched into that today. That was a good game as well. So they had two good games. And thankfully, BYU Big 12 teams won both of them to kind of ease the loss of TCU to New Orleans. TCU lost to New Orleans at home. Will, at home.
Wow, well, a check game gets you every time.
And they were down. They were down by 20 points at least, KP, in that game. And they came back and made it a 4-point, only lost by 4, but still, y'all lost at home to New Orleans. Rockets won today, Will. Yeah.
What was that?
Rockets won today. Beat the Bucks in Milwaukee.
I saw the score.
122-115.
Yep.
Came from behind to beat Giannis and Ryan Rollins. They didn't have much more help after that. Reed Shepard had a very good game, shooting the ball well.
You said no help, no help from Mr. Turner.
Not enough. No. And
Wow.
and I assume it'll be a highlight to see on ESPN and the sports wherever you watch your highlights now. I think the Rockets are up 3. They moved ahead, courtesy of KD and Reed Shepard down the stretch. Oh, final second, 35, 40 seconds left. Alperen Sengun was bringing the ball up the floor. Rockets up 3. Giannis is pressuring Sengun with the ball. Sengun dribbles up near his half court, goes behind his back to get into the front court. So he shook Giannis once. LP looks over to the bench. Bench tells him, slow down, slow down, slow down. Sengun's like, I got it, slow down. Giannis did what Michael Jordan used to say, you reach, I teach. He reached for the ball. Sengun shook him, blew past Giannis, got into the paint, did a reverse spin over on Miles Turner, pivoted, got fouled, made the and one, put the Rockets up, I think 6, did the flex, and that was it. So it was a hell of a highlight, man. I mean, to see Giannis, I don't know what, Giannis, maybe he was in his New York state of mind, KP, but he had a chance to tie the game up, missed 2 free throws. That's, then you got to worry about with Giannis down the stretch is making those free throws. He didn't. But the Rockets made the plays to win the game down the stretch and defeat the Bucks. And again, Reed Shepard, he came through. KD trusted his teammates, dished off to Jabari Smith. Jabari made a clutch 3. Sengun scored from an assist from KD in the paint. So KD trusts his folks. It was a nice win. It was a good win for the Rockets. That was one of the few times I've seen them play so far this season. I think they're 6-3, 9 games. I think I've seen 2 or 3. I don't have Peacock. I might get Peacock when the Coogs play on there, maybe. I doubt it though. So I'm a teacher now. I'm working at school, so that means by definition I don't have a lot of money. So, but yeah, it was a good win for the Rockets. Will says the Browns lost again. I'm going to say this now, and y'all can be silent if you want to. I saw the news, the report, the article that the man in charge, I use that term loosely as well, the person in charge, the grifter in charge at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue desires to have the Washington NFL football team stadium named after him. My response, I cannot say on this show because it was very profanity filled. If I mean, I don't watch NFL much anymore as it is, but if by some foolish desire they opt to have the stadium named after that man, I will drop NFL everything in life. And I will throw anything related to Washington. You will see me post on Twitter like some of those folks do, burning merchandise. Please, give me a break. Just, hey, whatever. Never mind. That's all. You don't have to comment on it if you don't want to. Don't worry. I'll take the slings and arrows here. But heck, it's on YouTube, so nobody's watching anyway. Right, YouTube? So, Will, how close are we to the game up between the Buckeyes and another team?
The last game of the regular season is 20 days away.
20 days away.
Sunday or 20 days away, but before that, we got UCLA Saturday night, which is interesting. I had a conversation. Well, I'll save that for later. But this Saturday night, UCLA comes to the Horseshoe, 7:30 p.m. kickoff, which I'm torn because the petty Pendergrass parts of me wants to play them at noon. So I had the West Coast fellas come in here and play at 9 a.m. But then I thought about it. I said, well, 7:30 p.m. is 4:30 Pacific. However, it will probably be about 39 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other. So that's this Saturday, and then the 22nd is Senior Day. Rutgers.
Mm.
Time will be announced tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, and then the regular season finale is November 29th.
Wrapping it up on this edition of Folks Talking Sports, episode 165. Anything surprise you or you two regarding the first CFP rankings?
Yeah.
No, not really.
I don't put much stock into
that part. Yeah, December 7th is the day. Everything between now and December 7th is a made-for-TV event. So, yeah.
I mean, I am surprised by how much Texas Tech beat BYU.
BYU's offense, that's probably the worst performance this season.
Mm-hmm.
I joked with some young colleagues at the UH women's game last night, I think post game, that Commissioner Yormark sent BYU. Yeah, fellas, yeah. If y'all want to lose today, it's okay. Y'all shouldn't be hurt too badly with the road loss to another top 10 CFP team. So, but yeah, they got 29-7. They got thumped. They did get thumped. Now the defense played well in the first half. Special teams bit them in the behind, but the defense played well. But the offense just didn't play well, didn't show up. But, I think there's still a chance that Big 12 gets two teams in the CFP. ACC was not in the initial top 12 of the CFP, but as conference representative, they'll be in there.
The question is, which ACC team?
That's the big question. Who will that be? So much parity there. Wasn't it lovely to have Florida State, Clemson on the ACC network? Was it Saturday? Yeah, Saturday, rather than the big boys. All the huff and puff they did, sticking out their chest, trying to leave the conference, and the football teams, both programs have stunk this year, and the matchup got put on the ACC network. Karma.
And if they had the money, neither coach would still be there.
That too, that part as well. And Florida State lost 24-10, so their offense, put on a great show. Brother Gibson, yes, I'm going to give you the floor, sir, as we wind down this edition of FTS, episode 165 of Folks Talking Sports. Bobby's got a comment. Let's see. Bobby said it. He put it in print. The NFL owes no political favors to the tenant on that address, Pennsylvania Avenue. Can I star that? What can I do? Salute to you, sir, Bobby. Salute to you.
Apparently, there's a deal to end the government shutdown and fund the federal government through January 30th. Reported.
Yeah, and based on what I saw before the show, let's not get into politics, but I'll just say,
I know, that's why.
Shame on certain people who are caving to this deal. Anyhow, especially based on the results of the election on Tuesday. But anyway, Brother Gibson.
Indeed. Yes, sir.
Let me give you the floor and then get your info ready. And you got it, sir. If it
Alrighty.
operates, there we go. Here we go.
Thank you, as always, for the opportunity. You can find me on social media across states, IG, and threads at Will Knows Sports, on Twitter at Will Gibson7, and Facebook Will Knows.
Thank you, sir. KP?
No change.
All right. I am KG Chris Gardner of the Houston Round Ball Review. Thank you for watching episode 165 of Folks Talking Sports. How you all doing for next Sunday?
I think it should be good.
Browns play at 425, but we can talk offline.
Okay.
No, because the Buckeyes play Saturday night and then that turnaround. We'll see. We'll talk offline.
Fair enough. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you to Bobby and Queen Wanda and everybody watching on Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitch and even YouTube for now. Get ready to go on to TikTok based on the numbers. I am KG Chris Gardner of the Houston Round Ball Review. Join my brothers, and I think I'll be there Wednesday. I'm not sure yet based on the schedule. For Let's Rage Coogs on Wednesday after the Coogs game against Oakland. That game, Let's Rage Coogs, should begin probably around 9:45 Central Time. And then Thursday, tune in to the Houston Round Ball Review takeover of the lunch break on YouTube and Roku via the BS3 network. I am wrapping up as I always do. Since 1994, the Houston Round Ball Review. Local name, global perspective. Everybody, take care. Peace.